Now, we were discussing on this purchase of foreign currency. We are done with purchase of foreign currency. We have started with sale of foreign currency. As far as sale of foreign currency is concerned, $1,500, $1,500 was sold for rupees 78. €1,200 was sold for rupees 88. $1,200 South African dollars was sold for 52.5. This is your sale of foreign currency. Let me repeat it. The sale of foreign currency goes like this. $1,500 is sold for rupees 78, followed by €1,200 sold for rupees 88, 1,200 South African dollars is also sold for 52.5. Go below, write C. Go below, write C. RBI reference rate. RBI reference rate. Write C as RBI reference rate. RBI reference rate. You can have it as RBI reference rate. RBI reference rate will be $76 per dollar. Point number C is RBI reference rate. For dollars, RBI reference rate is 76 per dollar, and for euro, it is 86 per euro. So dollars RBI reference rate and euro RBI reference rate. As far as South African dollar is concerned, RBI reference rate is not available. So that is the 3 points that you will write for your C. If you are done with that, we can move forward towards last line item C, which will be 250 dollars, US dollars, 250 US dollars is purchased and 210 euros are sold. A unique transaction of 250 US dollars purchased and 210 euros sold. True? Yes. I want all of you to determine value of supply for all these transactions. Determine value of supply for these transactions. So what will be your value of supply as per rule 32, sub rule 32, sub rule 2, subclause A, as per rule 32 subrule 2 clause A. So do I need to remember this? In my view, yes, because of a simple reason. Questioner can say this rule and ask you to determine the value of supply. There is a company who's in the business of foreign exchange dealer. That fellow asks you to determine value of supply. So we'll start with the first line item. I want all of you to complete all three items and post the answer in the chat box. Let me repeat. Post the answer in the chat box. Do it as individual as possible. I don't want anybody to come and give voice answers. No, not required. Post your answer on the chat box. What is the value of supply for purchase of foreign currency? For purchase of foreign currency, what is your value of supply? So in case of first one, dollars, purchase of foreign currency, what is going to be your value of supply? So value of supply for dollars, what is your answer? Then value of supply for euro, what is your answer? Then value of supply for South African dollars, what is your answer? So you can give in that order or whatever order you want. So you all know RBI reference rate is there for certain currency, for certain currency it is not there. So the difference between buying rate, which is nothing but purchasing, buying rate and RBI reference rate will be one minute. Sorry. Hello, 1 minute. Yes, proceed. Everything is good. Yes. Just bother about this 250 into 210 works out. Some 0.22 difference is there. Proceed. So for dollars, what is your value of supply? Euro, what is your value of supply? And last line item, what is the value of supply? See, if your friend can do virtually, you can also do. Already I have received 2 answers. Consciously, I'm not inclined to reveal their name. Okay. Both the answers are right. One gender male, one gender is female. Super. Top 5 came. Quick. All 5 people working differently but comes up with the same answer is something keeps your morning elated. Quick. If your friend can do come up with an answer, see, I don't want you to close the complete problem. People who have completed purchases can go for sales. Okay. So purchases, in case if some of you have some struggle in doing it, I'll do for you. See, RBI reference rate is 76, whereas this fellow buys only for 74. The difference between RBI reference rate and buying rate into number of foreign currency, which is 1000, you'll get 2000.
சார் சேட் பண்ண முடியல chat message. I couldn't send it, sir. RR Academy is not in this meeting.
RR Academy?
It's not in this meeting. Or
Same problem, sir.
RR Academy க்கு அனுப்பக்கூடாதுமா.
It says I'm not able to send.
தெரியல, விட்டுருங்க, பரவாயில்ல.
Okay.
Whether you get the answers, what we are trying here to do here. Okay. 84, sorry, not 84, to start with. 88 minus 84 into 800. Not 88, 86 minus 84, not 88, sorry. RBI reference rate 86 minus 84 into 800, you'll get the value of supply. If RBI reference rate is not available, number of currencies sold into your purchasing rate, buying rate, you'll get value of currency exchanged, which is 56,250. The moment you get your value of currency exchanged, after getting that value of currency exchanged into 1%, user check your answer, no? User check your answer. Lucifer check your answer for the last line item. 1,250 into 45. Sale. Sorry. Lucifer, Raja Rajeshwara, sale painting. Okay. Sorry. Now, this is your value of supply for purchases. Similarly, for sales, you can do it. I'm sorry. Raja Gopal, 3,000, 2,400, and 630, sir. 3,000, 2,400, 630 is the answer for sale. Lot of you getting it right. Karthik is right. Raja Rajareshwari is right. Raja Gopal is right. SK is right. Lucifer is right. எல்லாருக்கும் முன்னாடி லூசிஃபயர் போட்டார். அப்பா நிஜமாலுமே உன் பேர் லூசிஃபயர் அப்பா? கொஞ்சம் ஆன்லைன்ல வரையா, வாய்ஸ் நோட்ல வரையாப்பா? 3,000. ஹலோ, பதில் மட்டும் கரெக்டா சொல்லிட்டு வாய்ஸ் நோட்ல வாயனா வராம ஏமாத்தினா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Check all of you all. I want all of you to do it at your end. You do it in Excel sheet. You do it in your notebook. I don't mind about it. Or you have a calculator in your hand and scribble somewhere good. But have the practice of doing it. These problems are Lucifer means na அப்படின்னா தம்பி நீங்க வளரணும் கார்த்திக். லூசிஃபயர்னு ஒரு மோகன்லால் படம் இருக்கு, போய் பாருங்க. ஓகே, சூப்பரா இருக்கும். பேர் என்ன, பிருத்திவிராஜ் தெரியுமா? அவரு டைரக்ட் பண்ண படம் காட் ஃபாதர்னு இங்கிலீஷ்ல ஒரு படம் இருக்கு. அந்த படம் மாதிரி எடுத்திருப்பான். ஸ்கெட்ச் ஒரு சீனும் அப்படி இருக்கும். ஓகே, யூ ஹாவ் அ பிக் cast and crew there. Nice film. After exam you see, not now, before exam. Okay. Fallen angel லூசிஃபரை கிளாரிஃபை பண்ணிட்டார் வந்து. சரி, நம்ம ப்ராப்ளத்தை முடிப்போம், அவ்வளவுதான். Now arrive your value for D. God of devil. ரொம்ப முக்கியம் இப்ப நாட்டுக்கு. Come back here. Pick. D. Answer D. Rajarajeshwari came with the answer. Can somebody confirm it? I have an answer. Can some of you confirm? $250 US, 210 euro. If you confirm D, I'll give you a E situation so that the problem gets completed in all aspects.
So for D, 180.6.
For D, 180.6, I think it is right answer. Karthik, can you check your answer? See, for your question D, you will work like this. As far as your question D is concerned, $250 and 210 euro. US dollars RBI reference rate is 76. Euro RBI reference rate is 86. So you will multiply both, get the numbers. Here it is 19,000. Here is 1860. Among the two, whichever is less, that less into 1%. 180.60 technically. If you get 180.60, your answer is right. A lot of you got it 180.60. Okay, good. Priya, right?
Sir, for E 74.02.
E will take it up next. Once you are through with this, when the last situation is E. The last situation is E. See, as far as E is concerned, you had $100. $100 and 141 South African dollars. So for $100, you'll have RBI reference rate, which is 76. Okay. So when you multiply, you'll get that number. Problem is when it comes to South African dollar. South African dollar is purchased or sold?
Sold.
Sold. So what rate we will take?
52.5.
Yes, we will take 52.5. So you will get your 7402.5. So because of that reason, you will have some fraction coming in. So this is the lowest number, 7402.5 into 1%. So as somebody has already told, and a lot of you are getting 74.03 or 74.
Sir.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yappa, Lucifer 74.025 லாம் வராதுப்பா. பைசால ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணணும், ருபீஸ்லயே ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணணும் நியாயமா. அட்லீஸ்ட் பைசாலையாவது ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணணும். நம்ம கால்குலேட்டர்ல வர ஆன்சர் அப்படியே கொடுக்கறது. லூசிஃபயர்னா நிறைய தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கணும்ல. குட், தேங்க்யூ.
Sir, may I tell you one thing, sir?
Yeah. யாரு இது?
But if you don't mind, sir, okay?
I don't mind, man.
Listen, the first situation இருக்குல்ல sir, $1,000 into 76 and RBI rate. தியேட்டர்ல நம்ம டிக்கெட் வாங்கி பிளாக்ல விக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு சார். அந்த மாதிரி
எனக்கு புரியல. தியேட்டர்ல டிக்கெட் வாங்கி பிளாக்ல வாங்கி விக்கிற
மாதிரி. சார் 40 ரூபாய்க்கு டிக்கெட் வாங்கிட்டு 50 ரூபாய்க்கு விக்கிறோம்ல சார், அதோட ப்ராஃபிட் வந்து அப்படி கோரிலேட்
பண்ணி. Come on, here you have to understand one aspect. RBI reference rate is there, but you will not go and buy from RBI, Karthik. There is a problem here. RBI says my minimum transaction value is $5 lakh. So if you have a $5 lakh volume, you can go to RBI. If you're going to have only $50, $500, $50,000, you will not go to RBI. You have to go to any of the foreign exchange dealer or a bank to buy this. Okay. So there is no question of here, sir, if he buys at a more price, you are buying at less price. Come on, you do big transaction, you go to that fellow and do business. I'm not bothered about it. The purpose of a foreign exchange dealer is, if the transactions are at a less volume, it will be handled by foreign exchange dealer. If the transaction are large volume, it will be handled by RBI itself. At that time, you will get better rates.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Can you able to appreciate it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Priya, yes, ma. Priyadarshini, any questions? Priyadashini, if no questions, you can unmute yourself. Good. Yes. So this sums up your working relating to answers. So what we will technically do is you have arrived everything segregatedly, but point here is this 3 line items. All this, plus your this number 180 and 74. Let me repeat it. All these numbers will become your total value of supply for that month. On this number only, you have to calculate GST. All this number plus your 180, and you had that one more number, no?
74.03.
So this becomes your value of supply for the month for this Prithvi Foreign Exchange. Prithvi Forex Limited, total value of supply is this number. On this number, they have to calculate GST at the rate of 18%. GST at 18%, you will calculate. Okay. So if the question asks that, if the question does not ask that, don't calculate it. If the question asks what is the GST payable, calculate. This is your value of supply. This is your GST. Done. Any doubts before we move forward towards the next method? Okay, next
Sir.
method is a little easy method here. Don't think it is. Actually, this is the most important and challenging method. Next method will go like a salary slab. Can we go and complete that?
Sir.
Yeah.
You blocked somebody, sir. They couldn't able to text you.
எனக்கு தெரியாது நான் அதெல்லாம் இன்னைக்கு யாரையும் பண்ணல. So in any case, class is on the end of the session. We will close it. After that, I am not going to do problem. Already it switched off and switched on. I don't know. Some power surge here happened. So it switched off and switched on. So that itself, I skipped the meeting and came in again. Okay. Now, come back here. Now, if you go back to the methods, one was based on RBI reference rate. There was an alternative method proposed by the same sub rule. Rule 32, sub rule 2, clause B came out and proposed with the alternate method. Sir, what is this alternate method? You calculate your gross amount of currency exchanged for every transaction. For every transaction, see, advantage of this method or alternate method is RBI reference rate is not required. It goes by a formula method. What is the formula? If your transfer of if your currency exchanged is less than 1 lakh rupees, that is, you had in your hand some $10,000. You went to a foreign exchange dealer, asked the foreign exchange dealer at what price you will buy. Foreign exchange dealer told, I'll buy at 74 rupees. Then he gave you 74,000, you gave him $1,000. If this be the case, hello? All of you audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're all
Yes, sir.
listening, no?
Yes, sir.
Because somebody has somewhere has
Yes,
logged in,
sir.
so my login has went away. So, இந்த topic முடிச்சிடலாம்ப்பா. Now, coming back here, points for our further discussion is gross amount of currency exchanged. As far as gross amount of currency exchanged is concerned, which is nothing but if you are buying foreign currency from an RBI, from a foreign exchange dealer perspective, buying rate into your number of foreign currency will give the gross amount of currency exchanged. Similarly, if they are selling foreign currency, selling rate of the foreign exchange dealer into number of foreign currency unit, you will get that gross amount of currency exchange. Once you got the gross amount of currency exchange, check whether the gross amount of currency exchange is less than 1 lakh or more than 1 lakh but less than 10 lakh or more than 10 lakh. I'm talking of one transaction. One transaction less than 1 lakh. That is to say, you went with $1,000 to foreign exchange dealer and foreign exchange dealer gave you 74,000. Then your gross amount of currency exchange is 74,000. Sir, how you got 74,000? 74 is the buying rate and per dollar, and $100 are purchased, 100 foreign units are purchased. So 100 into 74, 74,000 gross amount of currency exchange, which is less than 1 lakh rupees. At that time, what you will do is 1% of gross amount of currency exchange, 74,000 into 1%, you will get one number, 740. 740 or rupees 250, whichever is higher will be value of supply. So in case if the gross amount of currency exchange is less than 1 lakh, you had in your hand $2,000, went to the foreign exchange dealer, gave him $2,000. He in turn gave you 1,28,000. Sorry, no, not 1,28,000. 1,14,000 plus another 8,000. Not 8,000. Yeah, 1,14,000 plus another 8,000. 1,52,000 he gave you. Okay, whatever be that number, 1,52,000 he gave you. Now your gross amount of currency exchange crossed 1 lakh. So you will now go to the threshold of second limit, where for the first 1 lakh you are liable to pay 1,000. 1,000 rupees is your value of supply. Sir, how you got 1,000? Very simple. 1 lakh into 1%, you'll get what? 1,000 plus 0.5% of gross amount of currency exchange. Sir, what do we mean by 0.5% of gross amount of currency exchange? Which is that in excess of 1 lakh, you have that one number, no, 52,000. 52,000 into 0.5%. So 52,000 into 0.5%, roughly you will get 250 rupees something. So 1,250 will be value of supply. Assume for a moment another transaction. The gross amount of currency exchange is 12,50,000. So what would happen here is 12,50,000 means for the first 10 lakh, how you will calculate? First 1 lakh, 1%. Second 9 lakh, 0.5%. 0.5% on 9 lakh is 4,500. First 1 lakh, 1% is 1,000. 1,000 plus 4,500 is 5,500. If the amount is going to be more than 10 lakhs, 5,500 plus what is more than 10 lakhs, you see, 2.5 lakhs is more than 10 lakhs. That 2.5 lakhs into 0.01%, which will come roughly about rupees 250,
25.
25. 5525 will become your value of supply. So this is formula method based on gross amount of currency exchange. For every transaction, you will multiply with the foreign currency and determine the gross amount of currency exchange, and then just apply the percentages. A problem on this we will do on tomorrow's session. A problem on this we will not do now or today. Time would not permit us. But all that I want to highlight here is this is an alternate method of calculation. A businessman can either opt the RBI reference rate method or a formula method at his option. He can exercise the option at the start of the financial year. During the financial year, he cannot change the method. He has to follow this method until end of the financial year. So he has to be sticking to method. Sir, which method will be beneficial? You have to do both. For example, already we have a problem in our hand, which we have been working. We will do one thing. If that Excel sheet is open, if that Excel sheet is open, we will hope you all could able to see the Excel sheet. Now,
Yes, sir.
in this Excel sheet, we will try to do with the same. The problem here is in majority of the things, now all that we need to first decide is gross amount of currency exchange. Sir, how we can arrive gross amount of currency exchange? Very simple. $1,000. Look at that number. $1,000 is purchased for rupees 74. So gross amount of currency exchange is 74,000. 74,000 into 1% will become value of supply. Similarly, next problem, next entry, 800 euros into 84. Your gross amount of currency exchange is going to be 62. Your gross amount of a currency exchange is 67,200. Again, that into 1% will become value of supply. Followed by 1,250 into 45. You'll get a number. That into again 1%. So none of these numbers are less than 250. So if any of the value of supply, let's for example, let's assume it is going to be 11,250, 1125. If it comes, we will not take 1125. Minimum will be 1125, 112.5 or 250, whichever is less. So here, however, the correct number will be 562.5. Similarly, you have to work for sale of foreign currency, which will be $1,500 into 78. Again, you'll get a number. Here, look, you are crossing what? 1 lakh. So for the first 1 lakh, 1,000 plus for the balance amount, 17,000 into 0.5%. Can you able to appreciate this discussion? I'm sure all of you could able to understand how you got 1085 for the
Yes,
first
sir.
1 lakh,
sir.
1,000 plus 17,000 into 0.5%. True? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So followed by 1,200 into 88. 1,05,600. Same logic. For the first 1 lakh, 1,000 plus 5,600 into 0.5%. Yes. Followed by 1,200 into 52.5 comes up to 63,000. This is less than 1 lakh. So this into 1%. The whole challenge you will have here in this discussion is only on transaction number C. The whole discussion will come to you only on D transaction. See. You have to unmute. Come on. Rajesh,
What?
can you unmute? No. Coming back here. If it is going to be 250 US dollars purchased, 210 euros sold. Now, first of all, I want you to understand this more carefully. Here you have my only question is, when 250 US dollars is purchased and 210 euro is sold, you have one transaction or two transactions.
Two
And
transactions.
$250 is purchased. அதாவது நீங்க foreign exchange dealer கிட்ட போறீங்க, you give $250 and take from him €210. You have one transactions or two transactions?
Two transactions.
Two or one? இல்ல இங்க ஒன்னு
One, sir.
நான் தான கேக்குறேன். I want, if you want you text.
One,
If
sir.
you want to say, you say. Yeah. Two or one? Two transaction, one transaction.
One transaction.
One transaction. Let me repeat, one transaction. $250 you gave, you received €210, one transaction. But very interesting to note, $250 into dollars buying rate is what in our problem? $70 buying rate.
70.
78.
78, huh? Dollars buying rate.
76.
74.
70?
74.
Dollars buying
74.
rate is 74. Similarly, your euro selling rate is
88.
88.
if you carefully note, almost the answer will be same. Okay, sorry, illa sir, 20 rupees difference are this sir. 210.22 வந்தது. Okay, 210.21 கரெக்டா பண்ணோம்னா 21 வந்தது. போட்டேனா எவ்வளவு ஷார்ப்பா முடியுது பாருங்க. Can able to understand this is one transaction. You will say it is 18,500. On 18,500, 1% if I calculate, let me repeat, it will come 185. So it will not be 185. It will be a minimum value of what? 250. Let me repeat. Because the value of the gross amount of currency exchange is less than gross amount of currency exchange is less than 250, 250 will be treated as the base. Coming back here, again, giving $100 and taking back $141 will remain same. $100 into US buying rate is 74 or 76? 74. US buying rate is 74. Similarly, 141 into 52.5, if I'm not wrong, is the selling rate. Come back here, because here it came 140 point something. I rounded off, so that is why you get this number. Again, here 1% of this gross amount of currency exchanged will be less than 250 rupees. So you have to take a minimum transaction value of 250. Let me repeat. Whenever there is a transaction in two currencies, 1 minute, I'll close, then I'll take up all your questions. Whenever there is going to be a transaction in two currencies, then you will treat it only as one transaction. Very interesting to note. You either use the purchasing currency and multiply with the purchasing rate, or use the selling currency and multiply with the selling rate. You will get almost the same answer. Sir, but why then we get some difference of 20 rupees and we get some excess of, why we get some difference of 20 rupees and why we get some excess of 2 rupees 55? All because of rounding off in the problem. If I would have given 140.91, then you will not get this 2.5. Because I rounded off 140.91 to 141, you are getting this. So ignore that rounding off, go by the actual number so that you can get the correct numbers. So now come back here, sum up your this column. That is to say, this column you have no 250, 250. This column you sum up. So now you decide which method should be opted. If you go by RBI reference rate, your value of supply is 10,447. If you go by your what is a percentage method, formula method, the value of supply is 5217. Any prudent businessman will go only by 5217 because the value of supply is less here and the output final tax payable is less here. And in RBI reference rate, every time I have to wait for RBI to come up with reference rate. In this model, if you see 32 2B, if you see, we are not bothered about RBI at all. Done? Can able to appreciate this discussion? Any question? Yes, I will take it up before winding up. Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all for effective and patient listening. Tomorrow we will take up the last portion of it, which we'll complete within half an hour of when we're taking up, half an hour or maximum 1 hour of what we take it up. And then we'll do some problems on valuation. We'll try to do some problems on valuation so that we get a good grip on valuation. Thank you all for effective and patient listening.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.